Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Pretty Business TV, where we exploit everything pretty and expose the not so pretty. I'm your host, Ericka Pressley, and we're filming outside of the Trenton Social. I have joining me film director Jeff Stewart of Trenton, New Jersey. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming on the show. For those who don't know Jeff, would you like to introduce yourself, a little bit of history about you?
I don't know. You got enough time for that? Like she said, Jeff Stewart. I'm a local filmmaker. I'm all over the city, trying to, create art, and incorporating this city into that. I've done 2 feature films in the past 2 years, and most of the footage was taken in New Jersey and Trenton, and using local talent like Kirk Ponton, who that's my Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wow.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio. Trenton is Kirk
Wow.
Ponton. So I try to keep it local because the city's been good to me.
Okay.
So I want to try to give that back and try to incorporate as much of that into my work as possible, because you get what you get.
Right. Do you want to go and say a little bit of your educational background?
Sure. I went to New York University's Tisch School of the Arts.
Okay.
That's where Scorsese went. That's where Spike Lee went. I did my time there.
Wow.
And also,
Put in your work.
yeah, I put in my work there. And I also went to Temple University, their School of Communication and Theater. Bill Cosby, went there. Also, I don't know if you're familiar with the Tim and Eric's awesome show. It's on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
They cut their teeth there. I've been to schools where talent is very important, where it's fostered, where my passion for filmmaking and everything like that is appreciated and accepted.
Nice. So why filmmaking? Why film directing?
Because I can't do accounting. I come from a long line of storytellers. Okay, my father was a storyteller.
I was going to say, can you elaborate a little more?
Yeah. My father was a storyteller. My mother was a storyteller. Like, they're from the South, so the South has a rich history of people, communicating through these just elaborate, long, just beautifully orated stories.
Okay.
And I've always had a love for photography. So if you come from a long line of storytellers,
Right.
and you love photography, then it's sort of a perfect match that you want to do filmmaking.
Right.
I've always loved film, and I've always loved storytelling. I love creating a beautiful image.
Okay.
And telling a worthwhile story. So it was a perfect match. So I wanted to be a filmmaker since I was 8 years old.
Nice. What would you say would be like your genre of choice? Considering your last 2 films, I've noticed that like a slight pattern. So I would say like horror with a twist or something. What would you say is your genre of choice?
Right now, my genre of choice is comedy horror.
Okay.
Because my last 2 projects, The Velvet Elvis and The Reunion, both had elements of horror.
Right.
But I like to incorporate my other interests, like The Reunion, which was my first feature. It was more of a crime story and a family story than it was a horror film.
Right.
If I had my choice, I would just do nothing but people talking in rooms. I'd be, Tarantino.
Okay.
All the way, just long, drawn-out conversations. But horror sells.
It does.
And what people don't realize is, through horror, you can sort of pinpoint social injustices, problems, and your view on the world. Like, people think, Night of the Living Dead, one of the first zombie movies was just about zombies. But if you look at it from a critical point of view, it was about racism in the 60s.
Wow.
So
Wow.
horror makes money, but also if you're smart enough about it, you can put some social issues in there, like put it in under a magnifying glass.
Right, address them through something that's totally blind.
Right, exactly. You can entertain people and educate people at the same time.
Right. So considering, I've read in a different interview that you've lived, New York and Philadelphia, and you've come back here, it was almost 7 years ago?
Something like that,
You've come back here to Trenton. What would you say would be the difference in your thought process of coming together with your film since moving back here?
Oh.
Like, is there any difference?
Yes. Your environment definitely dictates how you think.
Right.
When I was in New York, my short films were very influenced by the architecture, by the people around me, because if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, but people are hard there. So my films were rough, they were biting, they were angry.
Oh.
It's what it is.
It is what it is, right?
When I was in Philly, Philly's a great city, totally opposite of New York, because you go to Philadelphia, you feel like you're at home.
Right.
Philadelphia, they can call the city of brotherly love. Right. It feels like that.
In certain parts.
In certain parts. Every area has issues.
Right.
But when I was in Philadelphia, and I felt that sense of community, my films changed. I evolved. It was dictated by the people that I was hanging out with, the sites that I saw.
Okay.
Same thing when I came back to Trenton. My thought process changed because it's halfway. It's halfway between Philly and New York. It's a perfect mesh. You got to be hard to live in Trenton, but also you have that sense of community that you don't necessarily have in Manhattan.
True. Okay, we're gonna speak a little bit more of Jeff Stewart. We have to pay some bills, ladies and gentlemen. So just stick around. We'll come right back.
Hey, I am some more the queen of comedy, the one chandelier. And right now you are looking at Pretty Bitches TV. Pretty Bitches TV, yes. It's 4 a.m. and we still rolling. You know what it is.
My name is Velvet Elvis. My friends call me Velvis. By the end of the night, I hope I can count on a few of you to be my friends as well.
Your day job call. They want their job back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Last night, you asked me what my day job was. Well, little darling, I'm a demon hunter.
So this supernatural shit is really real?
It's more real than a pot-bellied pig at an Alabama farmhouse.
What about aliens?
Don't be ridiculous.
What do I do?
Run!
Why don't you tell me what you know about a whisper running around town?
She's one bad bitch.
What the hell's so special about her anyway?
Just like you, she wants to be free.
You still on that escaping from hell shit?
I'm gonna bring back the old days. The ability to be your violent and cruel self for all the world to see. Remember castles?
Oh, I miss castles.
10 grand for a box of shells? I'm trying to save the world here.
Ah, they just killed the light!
And get my Jesus stick.
What the hell is a Jesus stick?
Lumina,
Yes, sir.
I hate you.
I hate this city.
It's your boy DJ Father Ramsey in the house with Pretty Business TV. Just want to wish everybody out there a happy holiday and a pleasant new year. Peace.
I decided to join the Artworks Board, and it's been a very humbling experience being a part of an organization that is passionate about what I'm passionate about.
Right.
You know, Artworks does art all night, art all day,
Right.
Monsters Ball, like all of that in the city. You know, all of that bringing together these different segments, because Trenton's a great city, but it's very segmented.
Right.
But everybody goes to art all night. Everybody goes to art all day. The
Right.
Monsters Ball.
Right.
Everybody goes to that. So I wanted to be a part of an organization that fostered creativity,
Right.
but by bringing us all together. And we do a lot of work with the Sage Coalition.
Okay.
They don't have an official board,
Okay.
but I do a lot of work with them. Those guys are awesome. You got Will Casso.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Yeah, Will Casso's a great guy.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, you got Byron Marshall, aka Black Collar Biz. You got all of these guys, who are creating art. They've gotten together and they're trying to make the city better. How could you not want to be a part of that?
Exactly.
So anything creative, anything that has to do with art, anything that I can do to help that, help them, it helps myself also,
Right.
Because we don't get to a goal individually. We have to work together, especially in a city like Trenton. So
We need that message spread a little bit more.
I'm going to trademark that too. So,
As you should.
yeah, I'm going to try.
So what can we look forward to in the future from Jeff Stewart, the person and the filmmaker, director?
Okay, there's a lot coming up from me. Right now I'm shooting music videos for local artists. I did one for Black Collar Biz.
Okay.
I did one for the band Honolulu, which is Trenton based. I just did one for B Mafia.
Okay.
So those will all be coming out pretty soon.
Nice.
Film projects, my film The Reunion and The Velvet Elvis, we've submitted those to South by Southwest and a whole bunch of other film festivals, international and domestic. So I'm trying to get Trenton recognized globally. Like
that would be dope in a film festival.
Yeah, I was in a film festival for one of my movies that was filmed in Trenton just last year, the Hoboken International Film Festival.
How was that?
It was a very interesting experience. It was very fun.
Really?
I met a lot of famous people, a lot of connects and stuff like that. And when I tell them we did this for X amount of dollars in Trenton with all the support, their minds were blown. So
Right.
I'm trying to take that to a global scale.
Right.
So you might be, doing this a phone interview with me from Berlin.
We would love
in
it.
6 months.
Keep us posted on that.
I certainly will. But on top of that, I'm going to talk about more I got going on. I'm producing films now for local artists. Like I've got Anthony Cantonise's movie, Tony Goggles, if you don't know him. He's doing a horror movie, a horror comedy,
Nice.
which is poised to make a big splash.
Okay.
And I'm also working on a pilot for Fox Network, FX Network, that I hopefully want to get shot in Trenton.
That would be dope.
Yeah, so 2013 is going to be busy, but it's going to be good.
Then a nice productive 2013.
Yeah, exactly. Stay working.
That's always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you keep us posted. I want to thank you again for coming on the show, Jeff.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Anytime.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Again, I am Ericka Pressley, and we're filming outside of the Trenton Social. Until next time, keep it pretty.